And you are here. It's another Thursday, and I'm so excited that you're here. I don't know why it auto sets to that little picture of me, but we're here. That's all that matters. Thank you so much for being here for our 156th show. It is July 3rd, and I know, listen, people. America is a messy place right now. I know a lot of you have been on social media. I know a lot of you have been reading the news, and I know a lot of you are unhappy with the way the government is working. I know I sure am. But, this is a place where we are all safe and we all can join together and be a part of some laughs and some fun. And I definitely tried to come together with some kooky, crazy show for you all. The incredible Mallory Lewis is here. Shari Lewis's daughter is here with Lambchop, making their roundtable debut. Amen. And we're going to have a lot of fun. I pulled together some ridiculous things. I've been working from home today, so I look like a bum. I did not leave the house. I worked and worked and worked, and then I worked in the backyard a little bit, trying to keep myself together. So I'm excited that you're all here. Christine says, hello, Robert and Roundtable friends, and a huge welcome to Mallory Lewis and Lambchop. Yes, so excited. Marie says, hello, Robert, Darius, and the Roundtable fam. Hi, fam. Are you going to the parade tomorrow, Marie? Hope you're going to the parade. Hello, Mom. Hello, everybody. Excited that you're here. Thank you so much for being here. Grew up on Lambchop. My mom told a story about having a Lambchop doll and how excited she was for the Lambchop doll to be hers when she was a kid. And I love that story, and I love how full circle the show gets sometimes, and that Lambchop is here. So the real Lambchop, not just a crazy lady holding a puppet, the actual Mallory Lewis and Lambchop are here. Let's get into it, shall we? Should we talk about the week in review? Oh, I have a question for you. Here's my question. So hang in there, okay, people? Hang in there. I know it's scary for some of us, but we're going to get through this. Take a peek.
It's smoking.
Mike is here. Mike is still here. Lambchop. The Lambchop is here. Good evening, everyone. And you too, Lambchop. Lambchop will be out here in a few minutes, so hang tight while I get through all my muckety-muck nonsense that I talk about. Mike, congratulations. Mike is retired. While we're talking, everybody, I'm so excited for him. While we're talking, we always say a big thank you for all of the love and joy. We had 11,000 people watch the show last week. Over the past week, we had 11,000 people just on YouTube, plus thousands more watch the show on social media. So thank you all so much for tuning in and joining us. I know a small group is here on Thursday, and then we go bananas when we promote the show over the weekend. And while you're watching, you can always like and subscribe right now. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you click the subscribe button, like the show, and hit the notification button, because we do a new show every single day. I love it. Cat daddies say nice profile pic. I love it. Thank you. And Marie says yes to the Richfield Park Annual Parade. Looking forward to it. I love it as well. Thank you, Andres. Chill out, buddy. I appreciate you. So when we're here today, let's talk about, have you ever used AI like ChatGPT? I will tell you why in a minute. I will tell you why. Have you ever used ChatGPT or AI? Let me know. What do you think of it? So, and I appreciate you all. I'm a very married person. So, we don't. So, but thank you. I appreciate it. We have the wonderful Cosmo in that picture, and the cat daddies love their cats as well. So I love all the cat love is here. Yeah, we don't do messy, so we block people who hijack my show. We had that last week. Last week we had somebody hijack my show and sing, and they wouldn't leave. And I try to incorporate everybody, even if they get a little too much. But, Oh, Christine's going to see fireworks after the show tonight. Awesome. So here's my weekend review. Are you ready? Before I get carried away by sometimes the crazies that come in. So this week, Darius took me to the really, really fun I really, really had a fun time over in a place called, let me get it right. Hold on. Saugatuck, Michigan. So it was 2.5 hours. He surprised me. We left early on Sunday morning, and it's really pretty out there. And it's kind of reminds me, it gives me Jersey Shore vibes, right? It gives me Jersey Shore vibes for sure. And look at it, it's beautiful, and they have a lot. It's very hoity-toity and fancy, like the fancy parts of the Jersey Shore, like $3 million homes and all of that stuff. We went, we had brunch, and we had a really good time out there. We went. It's a cute little city. Like it's a cute little city situation, and there's tons of shops. And we ate brunch with the doggy. Diamond came with us, and we had ice cream. Well, I should say I had ice cream, and it was delicious. And I really had a good time. It was a nice thing to get out and have a little road trip together and spend some time together and go shopping. He spoiled me. He bought me this like expensive shirt, which I don't have the picture of. And I was like, we don't need to spend money, hundreds of dollars on fancy clothes, but listen, let your husband spoil you is what I have to say about that. I guess that's what I'm supposed to say. I don't know. He spoiled me and treated me really, we had a really fun time on the show. Well, I'm reading your comments. We had a really fun time out in Saugatuck. The dog, since the wedding, Diamond, since the wedding, comes with us everywhere. And now the dog has decided that she wants to always be by the car because she's always ready to leave. So the dog is now a world traveler. Look. Diamond, let's go. Come on. We're going in. Come on, girl. Let's go. Come on. We're not going in the car. I got to go to work. Let's go. Come on. Girl. This is today. Come on in. Let's go. Come on. Come on, let's go. Not having it. Let's go. She wants to go. What are you doing? You're going to sit here? You're not coming in? We got her new bowls while we were in Saugatuck, Chewy Vuitton bowls. Yes, she is also very spoiled. She is also she's also very spoiled as well. Buy everything you want. Thank you, Anita. I love it. Thank you for that permission. Yes, all out with Diamond and ice cream. Diva Diamond, we love her. We do love her. She's waiting for her daddy out there. Diamond has the most amazing face. Diamond is giving Diana Ross hair lately because she had this and now she's giving full Diana Ross. And she is a diva and she gets whatever she wants. And it was a good week. It was a good week. I'm working. I'm writing curriculum for the city of Detroit. So everything has been A-okay over here. My niece, I'm going to get to see my niece soon. So she keeps getting bigger and bigger. I've been FaceTiming her. There she is. She's 2 teeth, everybody. She has 2 teeth coming in. And she's so cute and so happy. And I just love her little face and FaceTime moments with her and my brother and my sister-in-law. And it's been fun to have a niece. I've never had a niece. You know, she's my first niece or nephew. And when I married Darius, I inherited 2 nephews, Jamel and Jordan. But they're 21 and 18. So they're a different kind of fun. Like they're grown. They're grown people. But they are fun too because they're silly and ridiculous. And Uncle Robert is ridiculous. So it's been really fun to see her grow and that boys grow in a different way. I know a lot of you are aunts and uncles and have your own kids. Diamond, they're talking about you. Come here. Come here. Come here. They called you a diva. Are you a diva? Look, are you a diva? Tell the people. Are you a diva, Diamond? See the Diana Ross hair? If you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far. Just call my name. I'll be there in a hurry. Diva. She wants nothing to do with this show. Do you want anything to do with this show? What do you think? No. No. Are you sure? No. Mm-mm. Can I help you? No. Mm-mm. See? See? Diva, are you done? Staring contest. I love her. It's my baby. She's cutie. She's such a good girl. Yeah. So the pre-show laughs are always. This is the crazy part of the show. See, I love the hairdo too. It's cute. We're a mess. This is why you come here, for a messy good time. So what do we got for you? That was my weekend review. Let's hit the shameless plug and tell you about next week.
'Cause I'm shameless.
So there's no Broadway World tomorrow. Broadway World's closed tomorrow. But next week we have Ladies Night here on the round table. Two of my favorite guests, two of my favorite performers. I really love them. Kem will be here. Kem is an R&B superstar. He sold millions of records. He sings some great R&B, old school chemistry. Kem, I love him, and I've been trying for years to get him to be here. So Kem makes his roundtable debut. And Jay Ellis spoke to Adrian at the Duke and Roya premiere and also at the Drama League Awards. And Jay Ellis is with me for a good old sit-down interview to talk about why he went from Insecure and Top Gun and all of the TV and film work to do an off-Broadway play and what that's been like. It's a really fun chat. He's a really good time. July 10th, we are back. I will be back here in Detroit. I'm leaving for the weekend for a little bit, and I will be back here to talk to you both and tell you all about it. It's going to be a really great show. I love next week's show. I'm very proud of next week's show as this roundtable gets bigger and bigger and bigger because of you all. So thank you so much. Also, big shout out to everybody over at Bergen Performing Arts Center. They hooked up my mom. My mom was over at the Bergen Performing Arts Center last Friday. She saw Led Zeppelin, the lesbian Led Zeppelin cover band, and she did say hello to them. She did meet them backstage. There is Mom with the entire group. We had a great time with this chat, and she said she had a great time, and I love my mom. Looks like she could be in the band. Come on, Rose. Come on, girl. Get it, Rose. Let's go. Burr, 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 burr. So thank you to everybody over there at the Bergen Performing Arts Center. They're our friends. You know, we've been excited about them and what they've been doing and working with them, like with the Alyssa Edwards. I see my friend Christopher's here. What's up, my brother Robert? Cool pup. My cousin and my mom had an awesome time at the Bergen Performing Arts Center on Monday night seeing Alyssa Edwards. They had a ball, especially the fact that it was a present for my mom's 75th birthday. What's even cooler is after the show, she got to meet the Real Housewife, Margaret, who I've been friends with for a long time, through her mother, especially when I worked at Starbucks. Is that how you knew them? I know you from the Prides. Big props to Alyssa and all the posse. Yes, Margaret was there with Marge Sr. and Lexi, and Adrian was there, and Samantha was there, and my friend Gus was there, and we were definitely excited for people to check it out. And kudos to Bergen Performing Arts Center for their first Pride event. I love that. Thank you, Christopher. And Christopher's radio show is on every Wednesday, so make sure you check that out as well. That's what I got for you in terms of that. You know, I found this old picture when Michael Jackson died. You know, Michael Jackson died on the 25th of June, a billion years ago. We went to the Apollo 3 nights in a row. Look at me young. My goodness. Not 10 years ago. What is it? 2009? So what is it? Longer? Oh my God, it's 16 years ago? Is that real? Oh, in the pre-show, we were talking about what makes a classic. Apparently me. He died 16 years ago? Who let that happen? Don't you feel like the year 2000 was just like 5 years ago? What in the world? My God. Now I'm upset. Next, here's my favorite thing, which we still haven't changed the year, and apparently years are flying. Well, as Darius keeps spoiling me, you know, here, my favorite thing, I messed this up. Darius will spoil me, and I'll tell you about it in my Detroit moment. But my favorite thing is this Barbara Walters documentary called Tell Me Everything, which is on Hulu. So if you have Hulu, you can watch this, or on Disney Plus. It's put out by ABC News. And Jackie, the director of it, was on the show, and she sent me a gift. So shout out to ABC News and to Jackie Jesco. She sent me this Barbara Walters Tell Me Everything book, which was all about the world premiere at Tribeca. And it's all pictures of Barbara Walters' life from the beginning till the end of her career. And like, it's really beautifully bound book. So thank you for that. And they sent me this Barbara Walters Tell Me Everything bag. So thank you, ABC News, for wasting and spending your money to me and for giving me the bag and the book. And I will love it. And I love the interview, and they loved it, and you loved it. And I heard a lot of people say they liked it. So if you haven't checked it out, you can always check out the interview over on the BroadwayPodcastNetwork.com or on YouTube, or you can follow me on Instagram at Robert M. Bannon, so you can stay up to date on everything that we do over here on the Roundtable, so you don't miss an interview like that, because there's an interview a day. Now, do we have interviews this weekend? No, we're back on Monday. So we're off for the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th. So nothing. Christine says, my mom even watched the Barbara Walters show on Hulu. Yes, she did. Oh, Cat Daddies. Did she cover the interview when Babs asked Ricky Martin point blank if he was gay? It's not in the documentary. And it was not Barbara Walters' best moment. And I don't think we would do that anymore, nor should we try to force someone out of the closet. I hate it. It makes me very uncomfortable. And not the best moment of television for sure. Would I ever ask someone if they're gay? No. Firstly, the people we have on the show are gay already. Why else would you be here? That's the whole point. So yeah, it's not covered in there, but it should be. It's more about her history. So shout out to them. Let's see what else we got. Oh, my Detroit moment. Now I can tell you about being spoiled even more. Let's take a peek at this.
You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. What up, though?
So we went to a store out here. There's a store out here called Meijer, which is like Walmart. I actually hate it. Okay, so it's like Walmart, but I don't enjoy it because I think it's expensive, and I think they don't have a lot of variety. Like the shelves are sometimes, like their clothing section is 4 things, and their toy section is 4 things. And like they have a lot of food. Like it's a grocery store, but when you go there to get sneakers or something else, like it's not like Target, but it's a Midwest store. They have billions of dollars. They're a little controversial because they're a little on the right. So we don't go there a lot, but Darius needed to go there to get something for work. And it was an emergency last night, late at night. So we go to the Meijer, and I call it Myers, but it's called Meijer. Regardless. So we went there and we start shopping, and Darius loves shopping, and he shops for the house, and he's looking at lamps and blah, blah, blah. And then he says that the Meijer had on sale the Soda Stream. Now, I've never had a Soda Stream, but I've heard much of the Soda Stream. You know, the Soda Stream where you can make your own soda and bubbly water. So he bought me one. After he bought me the $200 shirt, he bought me the Soda Stream. Married life is great. Oh my God. Keep spoiling me. It's wonderful. So I've been drinking. I drank the whole diet. I made a diet soda. Now, does it count as diet soda if I make it at home? So this is lemon lime bubbly water. And when I tell you can put it in the fridge, and it's so good, and I do love it, and I've really enjoyed it. See, Alyssa says she wants to boycott the Target until we are no longer need diapers. Target is holding me hostage. I get it. I haven't gone to a Target. There are not a lot of Targets in Detroit. They're in the outskirts. I hate all these stores. I hate Walmart. I hate Meijer. I hate Jeff Bezos. I hate Mark Zuckerberg, even though this is on Facebook right now. I hate all of these ding-dongs. That I'm not going to do politics, because last time I talked politics, they kicked me off the internet. But yes, Cat Daddies, listen. So it made a Diet Coke. They have Diet Mountain Dew, Diet Root Beer, Diet everything regular. And they made it. So I've been drinking it, and it's got the fizz. And if it goes flat, you could refizz it. And it's so good. You put a little 3/4 of a tablespoon of bubbly mix, and it puts the lime in it. The lime in the coconut, y'all. And shout out to, thank you, Darius, and thank you to SodaStream, and no thank you to Meijer. But in an emergency, we all have to do what we have to do. But Meijer, a Detroit classic, it's a classic out here. And they do sponsor my school, so they give stuff to the kids, so fine. Fine. It's time for our Hey Friend Hey.
I'll be there for you. How you doing?
So 3 friends of the show have news this week. Firstly, big shout outs to Margaret says, I heard someone once say I saved $300 by not going to Target. That's really funny, actually. See, careful. Everyone is listening. You don't want to get canceled. Exactly right. They kicked us off last time. So 3 of our friends, some of them have been canceled. But that's the way of the world out here. Firstly, our friend Kaylin Allen is moving. So shout out to Kaylin, his last week. Thank God he was able to marry us before he moved to LA. He's moving to LA August 1st. So we want to give him a big shout out. He's going to document his journey across the country. He's driving across the country with his pets. So if you love Kaylin like we love Kaylin, make sure you follow him at Kaylin Allen on Instagram. So we wish him the best move. New Jersey's going to miss him. He's been in Jersey City for years, and we love Kaylin, and he's been such a good friend to us. Another good friend of ours, Lettucey, just finished her world tour in the United States. Kudos to her, 26 shows in 34 days. That's insane. I had such a good time. I was texting with her the other day. She asked me what I was watching, and I said, we're watching 90 Day Fiance. And she said she can't watch 90 Day Fiance because it gives her anxiety. Me too. So if you're in the UK, I know a lot of people of our friends up to this show are over there. She was putting on an amazing show. And my friend Brandon Waddles is going to be playing piano with her when she does symphony dates. So we absolutely love Lettucey. I love, love, love Lettucey. And friend to this show. And I know people have opinions, and you're allowed to have your opinions, but a very good friend of mine over the past few years has been Jussie Smollett. And Jussie had texted me a couple of weeks ago when he was going to Italy that he was going to ask his boyfriend to marry him. And Jussie got down on one knee and proposed to his man. And Jussie has been such a good friend to me and Darius, and he's been such a good friend to this show. So Jabari and Jussie, I wish you all of the best. Yes, gay love, come on. We are here for it. And that is a wedding that is going to turn it up and out. We love love. We love starting over. We love new chapters. We love happy endings, and we love happy beginnings. So let's all move on and have a happy, happy beginning for them. I hear you, Margaret. I'm saying, I hear you. I hear you. See, the husband is here. He worked so hard. He worked so hard today, working at the bank on the 3rd, which is the busiest day ever, and treats me and spoils me. And I'm going to be away from him this weekend. Now, listen, I'm not crying. I'm going to be away from him this weekend, and it makes me really sad, and it gives me anxiety because I really love being married. I really love my house, and I really love coming home to Darius. So I'm going to be away from him for a couple days to see my family. But we'll make it. And then we're going to have a little staycation together next weekend. So yes, we heard about the soda stream. Darius treated me. We heard about the expensive shirt. And I love all of it. I love it. He's so good to me. And we talked about the cat daddies. Darius is like friends with the cat daddies. Like we've talked a bunch. So we're drinking soda stream right now. He's the best. So Jussie, Lettucey, and Kaylin, congratulations. And did I have something else I was supposed to say? After next week, which is Kem and Jailus, Lisa will be here. Like Lisa and the Cult Jam. You know, like, can you feel the beat? Can you feel the beat? Can you feel the beat within my heart? Can you feel my love run through the star? Can you feel the beat? She will be here. And she also sings, all cried out over you. Throwback, classic, 80s. Lisa and the Cult Jam. What has she been up to? She just had a Lifetime movie. Maybe she'll sing for us. So don't go anywhere this month. We're bringing it in hot this summer. I always get choked up about that man. That's why do you think I kicked out the guy who said I looked hot? No, you better respect my husband. It's stupid. This show is so stupid. So I asked you, he's back. See, no. Yes, that is true. That song, Allure with 112, sampled it from Lisa. How is he back? Why are you back? I'm not your love, and we gotta get rid of you again. I just was talking about you. Oh my Lord. So Mom says she had the best night ever at the Darius is home. Hi. He's here. He made it. It's 4th of July. Burr, 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 burr. So I asked you all earlier, Darius is going to think I'm a nutcase. He doesn't know what I do on this show because he's been working and I've been working from home. So I asked you all my question, have you ever used AI like ChatGPT? So I've never used ChatGPT, but I've discovered it. I discovered it during the wedding when we were talking about it with my friends, Adrian and Mike, and we were talking about how you could create a story. And they were, can Darius appear with you on a future show? Maybe. Sometimes he pops in and says, hey. Sometimes he does. Oh, and Alyssa says, this is my anniversary month, 13 years. Love him to death, but man, I miss those newlywed days. I get so you're saying 13 years from now, I'll be like, oh yeah, Darius is here. I hope not, but I guess. So I went on ChatGPT with Mike and Adrian, and we were making stories and whatever, and it's scary. So what happened is at work, they were talking about you could put in anything, and they put my name in. So then my whole, like, all this nonsense comes up about me. So then all this stuff came up about Darius, and then all this stuff came out about Adrian. Then I looked at my mom. So we did this whole, oh, see, Margaret, look. There he is. He's real, Margaret. He's real. Thanks. See, Christine says, oh, Margaret, he did come on once, and it was a good time. So I was playing with ChatGPT. Then I heard, it's scary. I don't like it. Okay, I'm not saying I like it. I'm just saying they do weird things. See, Alyssa says, I use ChatGPT to help me with my performance review. So at work, if I want a rubric or I want to look up like information about a restaurant, ChatGPT finds all this information about, I don't like it about me, but it's interesting and it's helpful. So then I found out this week, because Jim Caruso put up a ChatGPT photo of Liza Minnelli and Lena Horne. He lost his camera. And he had a picture of him with Liza Minnelli and Lena Horne. So he didn't have the picture. And he was talking about Lena Horne. So he made ChatGPT make an AI image of Lena Horne and Liza Minnelli. Creepy. So I was thinking of, will this work? People, it doesn't. So I asked for a picture of Lambchop as president of the United States. And this is, what in the holy cannoli did ChatGPT make in 2 minutes? So then I was like, oh, Alyssa says I have to say thank you. Wow. I'm going to try. Cat Daddy say I don't use ChatGPT or AI, but I think everyone is going to need to learn how to function it. I know it's kind of scary. It is scary. Christine says she doesn't use it. Marie says she doesn't use it. So then I started to get stupid. And I was like, what would it look like about Robert Bannon meeting the Pope, not the current one, the old one, in moose pajamas and a moose hat? Would it make a picture of Robert Bannon in moose pajamas with a moose hat meeting the Pope? So then I wrote back, where do you want to meet him? And I said, at St. Peter's, obviously. I could have said McDonald's. That would have been funnier. And then I got this bananas. Now, that's what they think I look like? There's the Pope. That looks good. Apparently, that's me. Very excited with the round table face, if you notice. So freaking creepy. So then I was having too much fun. So then I said, is that my doppelganger? So then I'm telling you, this is bad because then I got sucked in. So then I said, what if Robert Bannon, again, because I was just entertaining myself, was in a hot air balloon, and the hot air balloon looked like zombie clowns, an anchovy pizza, but the anchovies had eyeballs, and then there were flying turtles, flying pigeons. Don't ask me. I'm nuts. Don't let me work from home ever again. And what in the world? There I am in the pajamas, in the hot air balloon, in the hot air balloon with the killer pigeons and the flying turtles and the still like this. This is very scary, Charlotte. This is not normal. Charlotte, this is not normal. Now, it does have rules. It will not let you use real likenesses. But it doesn't get it right all the time because I asked for a picture of Jay Ellis and Kim and me playing poker to promote next week's show. Because I thought it'd be funny to promote next week's show with Jay Ellis, Kim, and me playing poker. None of them are me. So it doesn't get it right always. I guess that's Jay Ellis. I definitely don't see me. I don't see Kim. So what I'm saying is AI is not 100% real. It's so weird. It's very freaky and very weird. And I got sucked in. And then they want your money. And then that was when I was done playing with it. But AI is going to rule the world. So please be careful, everybody. And let's just talk about it. Speaking of politics and stuff like that, I had to make a post this week. Somehow there's like a ton of hate was coming to us about our wedding photos from all sorts of weird people. So I put up a post that said that like, I'm going to be gayer on social media because so many hate triggered people. Please show yourself so I can block you and keep it moving. Gayer content coming every single day. Darius goes at it. Like Darius is ruthless. Like Darius loves a troll and he goes for it. But I just want to remind people that I love to block people. So we don't need more views. We did 11,000 people in the week last week. We don't need more views. We don't need more follows. We need love. So if you're going to come at me, we're coming at you. And this is a place where we don't harass people. We don't spam my show. We don't hijack my show. We don't disrespect one another. We are here. We love everybody. We join in together. This is a place of peace and love. And if you're not here, then go listen to Rush Limbaugh or some other Looney Tune that is a nutcase and get away from my show, because we don't do that here. We don't do that on my Instagram. We don't do that at the round table. We don't do that at my live shows. This is a place where you let your freak flag fly. You be who you are. And that's what we are all about. Amen. Amen. And Darius does enjoy a good troll. Oh, he loves when people talk about religion and Jesus, because he goes right. He's like, oh, I'll be with Jesus. Where are you going to be with your nasty ass self? Things like that. That's not not actual quote, but you know. Speaking of people who are politically active, Mallory Lewis is out here fighting for the rights of all people, following in her mom's footsteps. Her mother is the legend that is Shari Lewis, and a brand new documentary called Shari and Lambchop is coming out in New York City this month, and then it's going wide. It's really fantastic. I haven't seen it, but I saw the trailer, and I got to talk to Mallory. She lives in Portugal now. She took over caring for Lambchop after her mom passed away at 65 of lung cancer, breast cancer. And I learned a lot about Shari Lewis that I did not know, including that she owned the studio and how many years she was on the show and what she tried to do and create love for everybody with her show. Thank you all. I see you, cat daddies. Those are keyboard warriors living in their parents' basements who wouldn't say the same things that they post to your face. So thank you, Charlotte. So the one and only Mallory Lewis, who's now become a viral superstar with Lambchop with over 1 million followers across social media, stopped by to give us the exclusive. We are the first place that she came to talk about the brand new documentary, and she brought her friend with her as well, the one and only Lambchop. This is a roundtable exclusive. As Darius said, people weaponize scripture, and I enjoy using the book to enlighten them, and he sure does. He's going to read you. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with him. Mallory Lewis is here. Roundtable family, I promise you, we had our most famous guest coming on the show of all time. Listen, I don't care. We've had governors, senators. It doesn't matter. Movie stars, millions, billions, decades of people have watched our next guests. Listen, as a kid growing up, me and my brother were home every Saturday, every day, waiting for our parents to come home from work. We grew up with our next guest's mom, and she taught us to be kind. She taught us to sing. She taught us about the world, accepting and loving people, no matter if you're a puppy dog or a horse or a lamb. And I think that translates to what the world needs now more than ever. Her daughter is here with us and carrying on the legacy with new works, new ways to show the world what her mom was all about. And it is I think, like, Mallory, can you lend me an Emmy? My God, how many Emmys did y'all win in that household? Can I just hold it? Our guests are here. Mallory Lewis and Lambchop are on the show.
Oh, such an honor. I remember when you were a little boy, I would look through the television and there you would be. And I want you to know I liked you much better than the other kids.
Oh, well, Lambchop, thank you so much. You know, I like you. Don't tell Charlie Horse and Hush Puppy, but you're my favorite.
Oh, thank you.
You know,
Hi, Robert.
hi, Mallory Lewis. Thank you for being here.
I'm so excited to be here.
I am obsessed with your mom and you and Lambchop and the whole entire legacy that is what you've done for children education.
Thank you.
It's mostly me, because first I had to teach Shari what to do, and then I had to teach Mallory what to do. It is just work, work, work.
Lambchop, I have a question for you before I talk to Mallory, because I'm so starstruck. Like, if I saw you, I would need a selfie. I would need a cameo. I would need a TikTok. You're the biggest star we've ever had.
Oh, thank you.
Lambchop, how do you feel about your likeness? I see you at every pet store. You seem to be every dog's favorite toy. You know, there's a whole generation of people and pups who just love you.
Well, we are very happy because you tell them.
Well, the Multi-Pet family, the company that makes the Lambchops, they are the nicest family. They are a family, first of all. Their employees have worked for them for, like, I think the newest major employee has been there 7 years, so they're obviously good employers. And we're just very happy for them that Lambchop is the #1 dog toy in America.
Yeah. I don't really like it when the dogs chew my heads off.
That was what I was going to
The worst part is when people send me pictures of my Lambchop mangled with her little brain. Wait, I don't want her to hear this. With her little brains hanging out or one mitten missing. So if you have pictures of your dogs having mutilated a likeness of my puppet, don't send it to me, please.
Well,
She never lets me see them because she thinks I might get scared.
I understand, Lambchop. I don't let my dog at home with my dad's house. His name is Clarence, and he has a Lambchop that he loves. And we all love the Lambchop. You're universal. You're perfect.
Thank you.
So, Mallory, how old is Lambchop? When did Lambchop first?
You do not ask a lady her age.
I'm sorry. I thought that only went with I'm sorry, and lambs too.
I'm 6 years old.
Well, you look amazing for 6 years old.
I have a really good seamstress.
Well, if you're 6 years old, then I'm still staying. I'm 6 years old too.
That's right. All right, you go away for a minute so I can answer some questions that you were not old enough to talk about. All right. Lambchop was born she'll be back. Don't worry. Lambchop was born. You look so sad, Robert.
I'm so excited to talk to Lambchop.
When I put her away, your face was like,
oh, Mallory, you're here too. I'm sorry. Hi.
So Lambchop was born in 1956. And I think it was March 5th or 6th, 1956. And so she's coming up on 70, which is amazing.
Amazing. And it's amazing. The legacy of Lambchop continues. Before we talk about you and what you're doing to honor, can we talk a moment about your brilliant mother and what it was like to be Shari Lewis's daughter? You were born in showbiz.
I was. It's funny. It's all I've ever known. That was me. I was 4 days old. That was back when they kept you, a woman who had a baby in the hospital for 4 days and actually paid for you to be there.
Yes, that's right. Now they just send you off. Bye.
Yeah, in the parking lot. I grew. My grandpa was Peter Pan the Magic Man, the official magician for the city of New York. So my mom was born into a showbiz family. And then I was obviously born into a showbiz family. And then my son, Jamie, was born into, he used to travel with me when I was still touring. When he was a little boy, he would, like 8 years old, it would be just the two of us on the road, and he would set up my sound equipment and cue mommy's shows and then sell merchandise afterwards. He was raised as a carny kid, basically.
Was your grandfather's influence and then your mom's influence magic, singing, entertainment, and then ventriloquism and puppetry? They're all the same, but all different. What hooked the family and your mom into puppetry?
Well, I would honestly say what hooked the family into entertainment is that sound. We call this the happy sound in our family. We come from a very long line of show-offs who very much like to make people laugh. my son once, when I was little, we had just gotten off the road, and I said, I miss the applause. And he was about 4. Thought about it. He looked at my ex-husband and said, Daddy, if mommy likes the happy sound, we should clap for her every time she walks into the room. And I was like, yeah, I made the perfect kid.
Oh, he did get bit by the bug.
Yeah, but that's really what attracts the family. We're also educators. My grandfather was a professor. My grandmother was an educator. So the mom really created the term edutainment. And it is the best way to learn anything is through entertainment and through music. Think about how we teach the ABCs. You don't say them, you sing them.
Yes.
So mom really believed in children, and she is famous for saying, although I don't think she made this up, but she's famous for saying, we have to do better by our children. They are our only known source of adults. And she testified in front of Congress. And we've got some very big news, and you're actually the first press that is getting shared this news. On July 18th in New York City, and then rippling out around the country, Shari and Lambchop, the documentary about my mommy and Lambchop, is hitting the theaters.
I'm so excited! Congratulations! Happy sound!
But I'm so happy because, like, everybody grew up on mom, and everyone's like, oh, she was a nice little lady who played with puppets. Well, yeah, she was a nice little lady who played with puppets, but she was so much more than that. She was a businesswoman back when, I mean, she and Lucy both had production companies. Those were the only 2 women who had them, period. She needed my dad to sign for her credit card, even though she was the one who was making the money, not my dad. You know, women couldn't have bank accounts or there wasn't a mandate that women could have bank accounts until 1974, for God's sakes. So this movie is about the real Shari Lewis, not just the nice little lady who played with puppets. I have to warn everybody, there is no more wire hangers moment. There's no deep scandal that is going to come out. She just wasn't that person. Like what the director said to me after interviewing, 20, 30 people, she goes, is there anyone I can talk to who is going to say anything other than your mom was the hardest working, most focused person they've ever met? And I said, nope. I don't know what to tell you here. And one of the producers was interviewing me and was just trying to get me to say something bad. The questions were, it must have been really hard to grow up with a working mother like that. And I'm like, I had a working father too. Like there just was nothing bad. I mean, nobody ever says, what was it like growing up with your daddy working?
Never.
No. I mean, I don't. So but there is a lot of really interesting stuff to be said about mom. Her background, the fact that she was a living, breathing human being. And everybody who fell in love with mom when they were children. Well, all of y'all are grown-ups now. So I invite you to bring your grown-up self as well as your little child self and come meet the real Shari Lewis.
I can't wait to meet the real Shari Lewis and hear her story, because I knew going into this interview and reading about her and doing some research that her journey, and being on other shows, if it's Captain Kangaroo, and then if it's Howdy Doody, and taking over that spot to then creating her own show, then creating shows for decades, not just
decades. She was on TV with her own show from 1953 till 1999.
1999.
Yep.
1999.
Anyone 30, that's been one of the weirdest things. We've recently moved to Portugal. And I am pretty used. I mean, I won't say I get recognized in the wild a lot in the States, but it happens. And any mention of Lambchop and everybody's face gets what I call the Lambchop face. It's this one. It's, that's what your face did.
Yep.
But here, the Portuguese don't know who Lambchop is, which is just, fair enough. Now, we have a very big expat community, and Lambchop and I love doing charity events. We love organizing charity events. I feel that my greatest skill is not performing with Lambchop, but in seeing a problem and rallying the troops to try and help. You don't always have to raise the most money. Just raise any money, raise awareness, like be an activist that's what my mom brought me up to. So we held a charity event, and the expat community was amazing and came out. But I also have been attending the No Kings rallies in Lisbon, and I've been keynote speakering at them. So they did RTP, Radio Television Portugal, did a 5-minute piece on me and Lambchop and my husband as Americans here. And then I was at the barn, and one of these really fancy dressage riders, like really good riders, named Nuna, rides over to me and he goes, "I saw you on TV. I recognized you by your hair." And I'm like, cool. So we're working on raising chop awareness in Portugal.
I love that. I think lamb chop, it should be everywhere and anywhere and everywhere. And congrats to you moving to Portugal. The United States is crazy. So enjoy your Portugal.
Oh, we are. Oh yeah. Oh, do you know the saying? If you're eating breakfast and you're having bacon and eggs, the chicken is invested, the pig is committed.
Yes.
So I feel very lucky to be the chicken right now. I am still very deeply invested. I am very political on my TikToks, as you know. But I feel very good at having gotten out of the country. It's so weird because my great-grandparents escaped Europe from the same level of fascism and went to America. And now we're doing the reverse. But I have so much faith I do have a lot of faith that the guardrails will hold and the people will fight. I just know myself well enough to know that if I stayed, I would have ended up in jail. And after 2 days, this hair would be so frizzy. After 2 weeks, there'd be roots. After 2 months, I'd be able to move my forehead. I just thought I am not made for jail. There's a whole bunch of people I haven't killed specifically because I don't want to be in jail. So, but Lambchop is, what I love is that Lambchop through TikTok is able to connect with, my demographics are so funny. It's like 75% women.
Mm-hmm.
Between 25 and 55, strong surge in the 35 age range, because that's the play along.
Mm-hmm.
And 90% of the time, 95% of the time, my comments are so lovely because who is going to say something nasty to Lambchop?
Right.
And because I think the algorithm sometimes works. And so, and in this case, it seems to. My last video annoyed a few people.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. They just felt bad. I hurt their feels. They must have been little snowflakes. I don't know. Oh well. But what's nice is now that the documentary is coming out July 18th, I am going to be able to start putting out some clips so that people start to see it and get a taste of it. And I do often post videos, little clips from Lambchop's play along. And I like to ask, that's your favorite, I know. I like to ask my followers, what do you want to see? Do you want music? Do you want a knock knock? Somebody, oh, that reminds me, after we get off of this, I have to post from today because Charlie Horse has been requested today. So
While we're talking, on Instagram, it's Mallory Lewis and Lambchop. And you can and then on TikTok, it's your fave Lambchop.
Yes. And I mostly do TikTok. It's just I always answer my comments on TikTok. I don't even know where to find them on Instagram. There's just a limit to what a girl can do in a day. I ride horses. I have a wonderful husband I like to spend time with, so I am way more obsessed with social media than a 62-year-old woman should be.
You're amazing. It's amazing. And I'm ready for it. And I'm following on TikTok, and I'll be posting this on TikTok, and we'll follow on Instagram. And we're going to spread this word because I need people to see the documentary, and I need people.
Yes.
I
think we're going to be doing some ticket giveaways and maybe some little Lambchop plushie giveaways. Again, the nice people at Multipet have been, shout out to you, Brett and Dean. They have been so sweet. And we love our distributor, Kino Lorber, for the movie. They specialize in this kind of sort of niche movie. It is a feel-good movie, but it's also, you will walk away knowing the real person, not and she is who you think she was. She is kind. But she also had a backbone of steel and a level of focus that somebody, when Mom was inventing the Lambchop's play along, she pitched it. And the person who she was pitching it to, I don't know who that is, said, well, it's a great idea, but why do we need to do it with you? And Mom looked at the person and said, do not mistake me for Lambchop. And I think that I wish that we had a clip of that to use in the documentary, because that most people mistake Mom for Lambchop. They are distinctly different people. Both had a very strong moral compass. Both believed in, Mom hired blacklisted writers in the 50s. So she did not bow to authority, and she certainly didn't bow to the patriarchy.
Yes.
And every message, all the kids who grew up in PBS and who paid attention, since obviously half the country wasn't paying attention,
Truly.
but all the kids who grew up in PBS and paid attention, that's one of the comments that I get a lot is, I was radicalized by PBS. I was taught, when did kindness, empathy, and inclusivity become radical concepts?
I don't understand.
So that's what Mom taught. And we did a skit where the puppets were all wearing a sweatshirt that said same family. And everyone was drawing something on a paper plate or something like that. And Mom said, oh, look, I've drawn a picture of our family. And it was a bunch of different colored flowers. And Hush Puppy, I think, said, or maybe one of them said, how is that a picture of our family? And Mom said, just like flowers, families come in all different colors. Now, this was 1992.
Yeah.
This was before DEI.
Yes.
This wasn't as a reaction to DEI, like, oh, no. Mom really believed in a better world and believed that a rising tide raises all ships. That if we don't, you can either help someone or they'll be an anchor and they'll drag you down, so I think she would be very sad right now, very angry, but she would also be very proud of the millions of people who are standing tall. I know she would be proud that Lambchop is still speaking our collective mind, since we seem to all share one. And she would be more proud than anything and so thrilled that Shari and Lambchop, the documentary, is coming out on July 18th. It is a promise I made to my mom when she was passing, that I would finish for her and that I would see that her story was told. I'm sorry it took so long, Mom. But, I also have to say a shout out to my manager, Adrienne, who's also a cousin, who has fought for 16 of those 26 years to keep making things happen. It truly takes a village.
Well, the timing is perfect, and this is the moment. It's going to be divine timing. And this story, it's coming out. We can see it in New York, and then it's going to roll out in theaters. Are we going to see it?
Yes. Yes, and yes, and yes. I don't, the detail I know is the Quad Theater in New York City on July 18th. I think the LA is the next weekend. I think I saw something about Minneapolis. I don't have, and then yes, it will be available on all of the, no, don't ask me. No, it's okay. They can ask me.
We could go to your website. I'm sure there'll be something up there.
As soon as I have something concrete, it will be on the website. Exactly. But I do know that I'm just waiting on the final art from our distributor on the poster before I throw it up there. But Robert, I'll put you in touch with them, and then maybe they can send you a bit of the trailer or final art kind of stuff that I don't have the assets at the moment.
I'm ready. No, don't you worry. We're going to figure it out. And we're good at the Google schmoogle, and we're going to find all the information for sure. So who do you get to speak in the documentary? Who tells this story?
Well, our director, Lisa, was amazing. She, as the estate, I wasn't really allowed to participate creatively because then it becomes a puff piece, not a, I was able to select the director. Okay. And so I met Lisa, and she and I met at lunch, and within 5 minutes, we were both in tears over a shared experience. And I just was like, yeah, it's you. It's you. She did the most beautiful job. She let Mom tell her own story. She went through, I could never be a documentary director. Oh my God. So I had this giant storage container, 80, 90 degree heat, and it's just like literally a container from a ship in the backyard. And the stuff had been shoved in there for years. It was dusty. It was dirty. It was as if I had let Lisa run loose at Cartier, okay, with a giant Hermes bag to shove things into. She was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. She was so excited. I set up an easy up for her outside of it in a table. And she's like, do you want to look at all of this with me? I'm like, no, I will be in the house in the air conditioning, and I will host. She was spending the weekend so she could really go through it. And I met her at the door. I'm like, strip. You are not bringing those spiders that are in your clothing into my clean house. Here's a towel. But she let Mom tell her own story. And then we, of course, have David Copperfield, who I know. David, my grandpa taught David magic years and years and years, and obviously years and years ago. And David did a great job. And we have Darcy Lynn and a bunch, and me.
You.
Now,
yes.
What's funny is it was shot during the pandemic, my part. So that was 5-6 years ago. And I remember when I was watching it, I was like, I don't think I looked that good that day. Well, now from the perspective of 5 years later, I'm looking back and I'm like, damn, I look young. So ladies and gentlemen, let me just remind you, take pictures of yourself as you are today, because in 10 years, you're going to love those pictures.
I hear that. I used to be like, wow, I was thin back then. Oh, I did look good.
So, and the other thing I would say is be kind to yourself. That means eat well. And this is all straight from my mother's mouth. I'm channeling her. Eat well, drink lots of fluids. Vodka is a fluid, but I recommend water. Get plenty of rest. Forgive yourself your mistakes. Try not to make them again, and be kind to others. And if you can do those things and don't drive drunk, because that was the one rule always. I have a horror of that. But if you can do those things, things will turn out as well as they turn out.
Yes.
My mom used to say, anybody can make a mistake on stage. Don't make one backstage. And your life is, and this is the wisdom from my mom, not from me. I'm not wise. But your life is not a dress rehearsal. So
this is it.
This is it. This is it. Be your best self. Think to yourself, WWLCD. What would Lambchop do?
What would Lambchop do? Are you still, you carried on the legacy of your mom. 2 quick questions for you about business. And
yes.
Your mom left you a legacy and a business. And was that overwhelming for you? Did you feel prepared? Was it scary?
Well, I was 36 years old. I was pregnant when my mom died.
She lost her so young, and
so young. And we only had 6 weeks notice, but I was her producer and I was her head writer. So and I grew up in, yep. So you want to know a funny secret about that picture? When that picture was taken, I actually had brown hair. And so I had them go in and retouch my hair to make it like this. And now I'm telling everybody, so I don't know why, but wait, what was your question? It was a good question.
Were you overwhelmed? Were you scared to take it over?
I didn't. I was so overwhelmed by being pregnant and having lost my mother and my best friend that it did not even occur to me that, because I was her producer, I was her head writer. So I've been intimately involved in running her business since I was a child. And it didn't occur to me that performing with Lambchop was going to be something that was hard. It wasn't for me. Lambchop speaks for herself. I understand that sentence makes me an option for the white straitjacket, but she does speak for herself. I had to learn things because I tour and do performing arts center shows, or I used to, but I had to learn things like turn your microphone on before you go on stage. If the stage manager is gesturing to you, he knows you're busy. He has something he needs to tell you. Make sure you find the opening to the curtain before they call your name. And if there is a cell phone ringing during your act, before you complain about it, make sure it's not the one in your pocket. So, but I love performing with Lambchop. As you know, you can see it on the TikToks. You can see it she is the living embodiment of, she's always been my little sister.
I used to be her big sister, but then she turned 6. And then she got old, but I didn't.
Lambchop, do you love performing with your sister? And
oh, yeah, sure I do. Now, Mallory and I are besties.
We are besties.
Lambchop, you know, in my head, you, Kermit, and Big Bird are the most famous things in the entire world.
And Elmo. I like Elmo.
Elmo's cute too.
I like Elmo. He is, I think, all the sesame, nottity, tottity things. And they should get together and do a TikTok about Donkey Thon TDS.
Oh, done. I think we got to make that. You know, Laptop, I have it over here, and I should have taken it out. When I was 10 years old, I wrote your mom, Shari Lewis, and you a letter. And I have the most beautiful 3x5 picture signed by you, Lambchop, and Shari. And I kept it forever and ever. And I'm going to take a picture and put it on Instagram and TikTok when I get it out of my scrapbook.
I love that.
Thank you. I wanted to show you receipts that I'm real here about my fandom. I'm not just playing it up.
Appreciate that.
Lambchop, and listen, if you had your secretary sign the pictures, don't tell me. I'm just going to pretend.
No, I do it all myself. But my signature is like whoop, and then little lashes, right? And then a little swoopy for the nose and some curls.
Are you ready for the movie, Lambchop?
I'm a movie star.
Well, we're going to be watching it, and we're so excited. And I'm so excited and honored to talk to you and your sister, Mallory.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And you are exactly the kind of kid that mom would have been proud of all grown up.
Well, you know, people like your mom gave me the inspiration and courage to live my life out loud. As a school teacher running an English department now here in Detroit, the lessons I learned about literacy and how important it is to go to school comes from your family. And it raised me, and I hope it continues to raise children and adults around this world forever and ever. That's what you all have done. The legacy will live forever. So thank you.
Thank you, Robert. And we'll talk off book.
I'll talk up. You know, I'm going to put you on the spot, Lambchop. You don't have to sing.
This is a song that doesn't end.
Yes, and it goes on.
And on my trend, some people started singing and not knowing what it was. And they'll continue singing
Singing
it
it
forever.
forever,
Just
just
because this is the song that does.
Yes! Come on, my friend. My friend, thank you for being here. You made my whole life.
I'm so good.
I'm
Thank
retiring.
you, Robert.
Going out on top. This is it.
Goodbye, everyone. See you in the movies.
How adorable is Lambchop and Mallory Lewis. Look, I'm not kidding. I was 10 or 12 years old. Got my little Shari Lewis 3x5 autograph photo. I got to duet with Lambchop. Good night. You know, cat daddies. Christine says, Robert, this was a delightful show with Mallory and Lambchop. The documentary would be wonderful. Now you can say Lambchop has been to the round table. Margaret says, thank you. I'm smiling. When just an hour ago I was in tears. Well, I'm happy that's why we're here. Charlotte, thank you for joining us, Charlotte, friend. I appreciate you also. Sweet. Good night, Margaret. And you know, Cat Daddy says her fabulosity reading is off the chart. Listen, all I can say is she's the perfect custodian for Mom's legacy, but I'm obsessed with the fact that she is there in Portugal living a fabulous life with Lambchop, with this big TikTok following, selling all the Lambchop dolls, making all this money. I need to be her friend. I want to go to Portugal and hang out with her because she is fat. I want the tea. She's fabulous. I agree. Thank you, Alyssa. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Marie. So much fun. Thank you. I appreciate it. I want to move to Portugal. We're going to try to be friends with her. I'll keep you posted. Thank you all so much for being here. The song doesn't end, but the show has to end. So I love and appreciate you all so much for being here. The best is yet to come. Things are crazy. If you celebrate on the 4th of July, happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. Let's hope we stay independent. Let's hope we fight for the ideals of this country. Let's all show each other a whole boatload of love from you to me. Enjoy parades, barbecues, fireworks, watching movies at home, whatever you do, just enjoy it. Spread love to everybody you see. There's more good than there is bad. There's more joy than there is sadness. There's more love than there is hate. And, there is freedom out here. We're going to fight for it. So let's keep fighting the fight. Everyone have a safe and nice holiday this weekend. We love you right back, Christine. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next week with Kem, a totally different show. Kem and Jay Ellis, the randomest shows ever, right here on the Roundtable. God bless you all, and I'll see you again real soon. Thank you so much for joining me, and much love.